What's up? What's up? Beautiful day today, kids. Something very rare, very strange for January over here in New York. All right, supposed to be freezing right now, and I'm out here with a t-shirt. Last time supposedly it was this warm was 1975. It's good, but it's bad as well. When we have warm winters, that means summertime is going to be crazy mosquitoes and shit all over the place. Anyways, I'm over here chilling with Oreo. I woke up late. I stayed my fat ass in bed. I had a great time last night, eating, chowing down, filling up this belly, because we got some hard training to do today. Check this out. Back over here, I was invited to go meet up at the park. I did not go. Supposedly there was a lot of people out there. That's awesome, man. A lot of brap heads. Big shout out to Mikey Bats. Big shout out to RC Motorsports. Big shout out to Foundry LC. Big shout out to NITRO Streets. All right, so let's go. So just a closer look at my baby here. Even my King Motor X2 is nice, man. I really like it. I look at it once in a while. I haven't ridden it. I haven't driven it in a while. I think I'm going to take this engine out. This is a Scopod 62 engine. Stock, not modified. It's a workhorse, but they're a pain in the balls. I might just take it out and put something in there a little bit more fun. Or, I don't know. We got to put something in there. It's going to be more fun. This is my beater-upper, even though it's super nice. Pit Dog Hydro did a beautiful job. And that's it. I have to still go over this guy here. This ain't really no update video, but I'm giving you guys a little update on what's going on down here. Yeah, so we have to do an RB Mods. Oh, here it is. I was looking for this box. Yeah, so we got I've had it for a while, man. Oh, shit. This in here is supposed to have a NITRO 8T 4.0 body done by Pit Dog Hydro. Last year, I think, already. Almost going to be a year. And I got another Losi 5T Rovan LT King Motor X2 body done here from Pit Dog Hydro as well. We have to unbox that still. But today let's take another batch of engines, kids. This is another batch of NITRO engines modified from RB Mods. For those of you that don't know RB Mods, the owner, his name is Rick Brick, and he is the oldest guy around in NITRO modifying engines, and the guy with the most experience out of anyone today in the world. And this is a man that used to make his own engines. He used to make his own engines, customize his own engines. And I'll show you one. I got one. This is the only thing here that's Traxxas is the crankcase. This is a badass turbo head, crazy screamer, big block power in a small block engine. All right, he stopped making these engines, but he put a lot into it, and the internals on this are badass. Look at that, bottom dead center. Always keep your engines at bottom dead center. I was the first one on YouTube to start that shit, and a lot of people have been starting to do that, and I'm super happy to see that. That alone will help you increase engine life, believe it or not. All right, just use some after run oil. I like to use RB Mods after run oil. And if you can't get that, at least use 3-in-1. All right, you can use WD-40 if you have nothing else, but you're gonna have to always do WD-40. Always. 3-in-1 will last you longer. All right, you can do a little bit of Marvel Mistral, but Marvel Mistral is just too thick. All right, it's not going to help you fire up your engine the next time you start it up. 3-in-1 is ideal because you can load her up, protect her, it won't dry out like WD-40 will, and you can fire up your engine. Just like, that's what's so special about RB Mods after run oil as well. All right, now if you throw other oils in there or mixed, like I used to use Lucas Air Tool oil, that will help you flood your engine. That will help you if you're a newbie to NITRO. You could load up your engine, and then when you go to fire up your engine, if you have a new engine, your piston could get stuck at top dead center. when your piston gets stuck atop that center, like multiple people have shown me and told me about, they can ruin their connecting rods by prying their fucking flywheels like a jackass. See, this engine here, not everybody could mess with this engine. This was a real pain in the beginning. You really had to break these engines in back in the day when he made this. These internals are made by him, all right? Rick has a machine shop, and he used to have sleeves, pistons, connecting rods. He machined and made his own turbo heads. Usually, he mainly modified engines for drag racers, all right? People that are winning drag races are running RB Mods engines. There's other people that's been modifying for drag racing as well. But who's winning? RB Mods is winning. Who's taking the podium? Who's got the best drag engines? RB Mods has been king with the drag racing stuff, all right? But he knows his shit for off-road guys like us, like the majority of us, all right? Anyways, and he also modifies nitro engines for boats, all types of stuff. Anyways, yeah, this was a badass engine, man. Screamer. This has got a special clutch in there. Enough with that. I do not own any goddamn Traxxas, but I will have this engine. All right, so that's big block power. This is not a 3.3, people. This is literally a 3.7 now. That's a whole nother. I still have the box that years ago. Where is it? Let me see. I'm going to show you guys something. Sorry about this video being so long now. There it is. This was what you got if you ordered that engine. All right, look at it. Domed topped piston. Speaking of pistons, you don't want... Rick doesn't believe on lapped pistons. Domed. Not no damn lapped, thin wall, weakened piston. Domed top piston, all right? Big difference, son. Big difference. All right? Don't talk to me about lapped pistons, because I got one engine lapped piston. I really wish I did the Kangaroo engine from him. Rick modified a badass NOVAROSSI Kangaroo engine during this time. My choice at the time was either this or the Kangaroo, and I so regret not doing the Kangaroo. I would so rather have the Kangaroo RB Mods engine today over this. But I'm glad I had this, because this is a work of art and something very rare that you will never see again. All right? Had to get it. And this was that special THS pipe before they went E-word on us. All right? They no longer... THS today is no longer the THS from before. They got bought out. And the new owners just killed it. All right? This was a special shorty header. Fatty. That's a big block, big bore header with a special small block pipe with a big ass stinger. That stinger's on big block pipes. All right, so it was a really cool combination. Let's open these here. What we got here? Look at that baby. Look at that. I love my X2, man. Look at that. I love looking at it. That's my basher, but I feel so bad ruining it, man. Look how nice that is. You know. Anyways, I mean, for me, it's nice. I just like it. All right. So what we got here? What's going to be our first modified engine here to look at? Let's see. Oh, snap. What we got here? Ha 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 ha. Zeneca Fez. What? Not no P3. Not no old school P5. But a Pico boost, son. Yeah, these are fun as hell. Now, for those of you that want a somewhat harder of an engine to run, to work with in your future, Pico is coming out with another Pico Boost style engine. All right, they're not calling it Boost, but it's the same identical engine. It's going to be a limited time only, so stay tuned for that. Right now they got a pull start version and roto start, I believe, which we don't run, and I recommend you guys not getting. But for you guys that still messing around with your MTs, You can, like, if those of you that have a HPI Savage, you can get yourself a rotor or a pull start Pico. All right, so anyways, this one here is a Pico Boost modified from Rick at RB Mods. I also have another modified Pico. Here it is. This is a better look. This engine here is from our friend Robin from ERCM. All right. And I also have another Pico modified from other modifiers that I won't not say their names. All right, see that? I won't say their names. This is the cheaper version, the crappier Pico. When Pico had this engine out, this was the less quality. Pico wasn't really involved with quality-wise. This is a shittier quality engine. All right, this is nowhere near as good as a Pico Boost style. That's a real Pico. Those are the Picos that everybody uses that platform from and makes their own engines through that, like Reds. Reds is a copy of the Pico. All right, Triton is a copy of the Pico. Who else? There are many engines based off the Pico style engine. All right, so just to give you guys a little heads up, I'm sure most of you guys know this already. So there we go. What we got here, kid? Now this engine here was modified for me. And we spoke, he knows what I wanted, what I was looking for, and what I was going to use it for. All right. Beautiful Pico Boost, 0.28. It's a great engine. This is not the carburetor that I like, but we will work with it. It's a great carburetor, beautiful carburetor. All right. I could always remove the carburetor that I do like from my other Pico Boost. This Pico Boost. See all those holes inside the head? That's really good cooling. See, this one doesn't have it, but this is a shorter head. All right. Center of gravity, they say, all that shit. I'd rather have the bigger head, I'm sorry, but, you know, Pico will do what Pico wants. And, okay. Very nice. Back plate. Okay. I will be running a medium Pico turbo plug over here. Do not use Nova plugs on your Pico engines because the pitch on the plugs are different. They're angled differently. All right. I will not be running OS plugs here either. Just Pico plugs here. All right. The pitch on them are different. And if you start using different pitch plugs on there, you could have leaks. You could have air leaks. You could have loss of compression. Won't run as well. And also, you'll be damaging your turbo head. You'll be making grooves in it every time you torque it down. You'll be grooving out your aluminum head. All right, aluminum is soft metal, so be careful. All right, the glow plug is steel, so you will groove it out. So you want to use the right angle, the right pitch. All right, what the hell, man? I wish I could draw it out for you guys. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. All right. This is a turbo plug, not a glow plug. A glow plug. Let me show you guys. All right, so these are my favorite glow plugs. Platinum Iridium from LRP. LRP makes some of the best damn glow plugs, man. This is not a turbo plug. All right, so I run these glow plugs on every nitro engine that I have that's not turbo head. Doesn't have a turbo head. I run these. I don't care if it's an OS 0.30 like this. I'm running those. All right. I don't care if it's a fucking RB engine. All right. I'm running that. See that? All right. I don't care. It's gonna be that. And it's a 0.28s to 0.26s. Another 30. That's what we run. All right, there's the plus. This is a good engine, Novarossi. This is a glow plug Novarossi. All right. Now, turbo heads, turbo plugs are different. All right. These are my favorite turbo plugs for my Novarossi engines. What else? What else? Here's the Pico turbo plug right here, kid. See this? This is what you want for your Picos, kid. What else? If you're breaking in a new engine, you can run a hotter plug. You can run a hot plug. When you're running, I run 30% nitro, 11% oil Byrons. When you're running it, beating on it, driving it, you want a medium plug. That's what I've always done. What else? What else? And I also got some RB glow plugs. Look at that. Bet some of you old schoolers haven't seen that in a while, huh? All right, so you guys see that curve? See that pitch? There's a slant to it at the end. That when you snug that on, that's what's gonna tighten up against your turbo head. That's where it closes. That your head is, the Novarossi head is grounded to fit this groove, that pitch, all right, that angle of, all right. So this angle is different than the Pico. The Pico head and plug is different, has a different pitch to it. You understand what I'm trying to say? All right. Anyways, I can't wait to run this engine, man. It's going to be a fun engine, badass engine. All right, they are a little bit more of a pain in the ass to break in. It takes longer to break these in. All right, do not rush it. All right, they are a pain. These can most likely get stuck at the top dead center. When it gets stuck, this is what you got to do. All right, I know some people have fucked up their connecting rods because of this. All right, and they actually admitted it to me that they used the stupid flat screwdriver like a pry bar. But anyways, what you want to do is this, people. If that ever happens to you when it gets stuck, you're gonna want to remove your turbo plug out. Take it out. Take it out. That's number one. Number two, grab your heat gun. Heat this bitch all the way around to 200, 205 degrees. Heat it up. Heat the block, heat the head, everything. All right? Till you see 205, 210, 215. No worries. Once it's that hot, then it's safe for you to turn the flywheel with a cloth on it. But it's got to be at 205 degrees, 200, 215 degrees Fahrenheit with the plug off. You got to remove the plug. Do not keep that there because it's going to be tight. Once you have that hole loose, get it to bottom dead center. 3-in-1 in the bitch. 3-in-1 in it. Spin it around a little bit with the plug out. Do not put the plug in. Get a rag. Cover this. Bump box it. Or if you're breaking in the engine the right way with a damn Huddy stand, spin your engine. Spin it, spin it, spin it. All right, and then bottom dead center and let it cool down. That's a heat cycle, people. Believe it or not, that's going to be a heat cycle for you. All right, so cool it down, bottom dead center. Once it cools down to your room temperature, put your turbo plug in, but do not tighten it. Put it in loose. Try to fire up your engine again. Do not prime your engine because it's going to have 3-in-1 in it. Don't prime it because then you'll flood it again. Fire it up. Get your remote on one end. If you're going to bump box it, make sure your igniter is hot. Your glow plug igniter is charged. All right? Fire it up. When you're spinning your engine, don't spin it like a little bitch. You got to be on it, spin it. And at the same time, be ready to give it throttle. Once you hear it fire up, give it throttle, give it throttle. Do not be afraid to give it throttle. Once you get a throttle, keep it running until you clear it up. Keep it running. Do not stop, let go, and let it idle. This is not a 4-stroke engine, people. It's not going to idle on you like that. You have to clear it up. You're going to have to clear up that shit. Get it out of the system. Get it taken in fuel. Get rid of the 3-in-1 or whatever shit fuel that was in there that got it flood the first time. Get rid of all that. All right? Then once you have the engine running and idling, all right, if your engine is not idling, do not touch your idle speed mixture. Lean the low a little bit until she can idle. Once your engine can idle, snug up your, do not forget, because your turbo plug, since it's loose, could pop out. Snug it up and let her run. And just run fuel through it, bro. Run fuel through it. These engines do not get broken in until past the 1 gallon mark. Trust me. All right? I would say definitely run 1 to 2 quarts through your hoodie stand with this bitch. All right? And then throw it in the car and start running it on the ground. Start breaking it in under load in the ground. Now, remember, a hoodie stand with the propeller will put a load on this. So you're going to be already ahead of the game with the hoodie stand with this. Most engines, you could just run a quart through them. Just run a whole quart through them. But I'm telling you, this guy here, most of every damn Pico I've had, except for the cheaper P3 ones, right? Every damn Pico I've had, they only started getting, the engine only started being my friend after the 1 gallon mark. All right? Even some LRPs. Even some LRPs as well. All right? Now, another thing about Rick's work is Rick, some guys mod engines differently, right? Some guys just do timing advances. They do crank mods. Some guys will lap pistons. And some guys will actually put in more work and do sleeve work. It all depends what you want, what you're looking for, and who you're going with. I've had some engines in the past with lap pistons and just with an exhaust port mod. All right. Now, Rick doesn't believe in lap pistons. Now, it's for actually a smart way of thinking. Why would you lap a fucking nitro engine piston? These pistons don't have piston rings like a real piston does. This cylinder is not a regular cylinder. It's got a sleeve. It's a tapered sleeve, so it's got a pinch up top. That's how it gets its compression. Now, why would you? The piston is already thin as fuck. Why would you make it even weaker, thinner? Doesn't make sense. For Rick. All right, for Rick, for what he does and he mods, he doesn't believe in that. He will just tell you, why would you lap a piston that's already been lapped to your sleeve from factory? For those of you that don't know, every piston and every nitro engine in the world that was ever made, your piston is already lapped, people. Why have someone else relap it again for you? Factory lapped your piston already to your sleeve. Rick is not a believer of relapping a piston that's already been lapped because he believes in keeping your piston thick as possible. These pistons is already thin, already. Why make it thinner? Doesn't make sense. You're just cutting engine life. Your engine will be cut half the time. That's how he looks at it. He puts in more work in the crank, and depending on what mod you get, he will do sleeve work. And also, depend what engine you have. He will even add extra ports. But it all depends. Like I got an on-road engine there that he actually gave me ports to that. He can do that. All right, not any engine modifier. It's not just porting people. It's timing changes. People, most of these newbies do not know where to look. All right, since they didn't get a modified engine with sleeve work done, they have no idea what to look for in their crankshaft. They have no idea what they're looking for. These people are funny as hell. Another thing is, you guys know my friend Raj111, right? I even have a video of him. I showed a video of his nitro engine. Raj111's got 2 RB Mods 28.8s. One is completely different than the other. Just because you have 2 of the same engines does not mean, from the same guy, that does not mean that Rick's RB Mods 28.8 is the same as this 28.8. Raj111, I have a video of it. I can even show it to you. I still have it on my phone that he sent me. He has a special RB Mods 28.8 modified. And then he has the 28.8 modified Rick RB Mods that most people get and ask for. That most people can use and run. All right? There's 2 different types of engines from the same guy. Like I said, it all depends what you spoke with him and what you guys worked out on modified job-wise. Understand? All right, people, back down here. All right, so next engine from RB Mods. Oh, we got ourselves. There we go. My 2 favorite 28s. We got the NOVAROSSI.28-8 and the PICCO Boost.28. All right, now RB Mods kit. RB Mods. All right, we have plenty of modified engines here. I will give other Nitro engine guys shout outs as well, but you got to give credit when credit is due. This man here has been around here the longest. He's got the most experience, did the most hands-on work with Nitro engines than anyone out there. And you got to take advantage of these people since they're still around doing what they're doing. And I want to give a special shout out to Rick and a special thank you. I know he's been busy. He didn't have to do this special that I've been asking him to do. I just wanted him. I had asked him, can we do something special for the new month of the new year? You know, can you do something? Can you do something? Like, I'm like, you know what? Let me just go all out and say, can you at least take $50 off? He's like, $50 off, man. He's like, I'll do it. When he did that, when he said that to me, man, I was like, wow. Not just me, but everyone gets a chance to have a really good modified engine, reliable, last you a while. People that never had a modified engine before, now's your chance to take advantage of this 1 month only sale. You get $50 off the price of modifying from RB Mods. All right, you're gonna have to email Rick. All right, and you're gonna want to give him the BOTAJELL 50, and the BOTAJELL 50, that means you're gonna get $50 off each engine you send him, not just one engine. If you send him 2 or 3 or 6, like I did, you will get $50 off your price. Okay. Now he's gonna want to talk to you, and you're gonna have to be honest and tell him what you're gonna use the engine for. All right, what you're gonna do with it, what car it's gonna go in, and probably how much experience you have, because not every newbie could have a certain type of mod job. Okay, like I said before earlier on, my friend Raj111, he has 2 of these engines from the same guy. One is different than the other. That's because there's 2 different types of modified job that Rick did to it. You understand? So not every engine is for a newbie. All right, so if you're a newbie to this or whatever, you're not going to know how to fucking tune it probably. You're probably going to over rev it. You're not going to know when to stay on the revs in your power band. It's not good for you. And then if a newbie goes all out, they don't know how to run a different type of a mod job. Let's just say another level of fucking modified job. They're going to get frustrated. They're going to quit. They're going to talk shit. They don't know what the hell they're doing. You understand? They're going to talk crap about it. They're going to either give NOVAROSSI a bad name, or they're going to give Rick Break a bad name, or they're going to give NITRO a bad name and go to E-word. So this is what Rick is scared. He will modify you an engine, but please be honest with him. You let him know what level you're at. All right? Now, you can't just... He will mod you an engine. All right? It will be nice. It will be better than a fucking stock one. You'll feel great. It's going to feel nice. It's going to sing for you. It's going to sing. It's going to wake your shit up. Guaranteed. But there's also another style of job that he could do that's going to be different, that you may not want. All right? Anyways, big shout out to Rick. Thank you again. Stay tuned next week. We will be unboxing more RB Mods engines. Just to give you guys a little heads up of what's going on. Don't bother him too much. Rick is super busy. After I did that video, 2 days later, he has 25 engines that was sent to his place to do. I have no idea how many engines he's got by now, but he's got a lot of engines, people. So give him some time now. But you're going to want... Listen, it's winter time, people. Send them your engines. Get them out of the way. Trust me. If I had any more new stock engines, I would have sent them that shit already. I sent them every stock engine I had that's worthy of getting modified. You do not want to modify an RTR engine. So only send them engines that are worthy of going. And that's it, man. Hey, have fun, man. I hope everyone starts the new year with a chance of getting a modified engine. A lot of people couldn't get modified engines because they got to pay for the engine. Then they got to pay for the mod job. It costs money, people. But now, with that $50 off, I really hope that helps you. All right, because it helps me. With 6 engines, that's a lot of money I just saved. There's people that offer me free engines, and I turn them down. Because I know, like, if they see me with it, if they see me talk about it, they could get headaches from it. Because it didn't do nothing for me in the past. And it was only headaches with the fucking in the past. All right, there's a lot of people out there that are hungry, man. But I only support people that put in the good work, that's reliable, that's helpful, and that's one of the people that helps this hobby grow forward. All right? I'm not going to bash anyone, but if I have to, I will. You never want to bash anyone that's in the nitro. Just don't bring them up. Because, like me, there's a lot of modified engines I have there that you guys, some of you guys know what it is, and a lot of you guys don't know what it is. It's bad. You understand? All right. When you hear me mention somebody's name, it's because they're worthy of me mentioning their name. All right? And don't get me wrong. I've mentioned a few people's names in the past that I so regret mentioning their name now, today. This is a positive month, positive day for Nitro. Take advantage. Do it up. Stay tuned for next week. We have 2 more Nitro engines to unbox from this man right here. Remember, email him. BOTAJELL 50. $50 off your engines. Talk to Rick. Don't slow him down with crazy questions and waste his time. He's got a lot of engines to do. Rick is a super nice guy. He will be on the phone with you. Just be in and out. Just be consistent what you know, what you want. Tell him what truggy you got, what buggy you got, what dragster you got. All that. Whatever you're into. If he asks you how long you've been in Nitro, be honest with him. Don't lie. Tell him it's okay to start with a good quality modification job just with a crank work than it is for a whole fucking sleeve job, everything, the whole 9 yards. Trust me. They're good enough. But if you want that extra shit, all the extra bells and whistles, you better let him know as well. And just to let you know, he ain't a guy that just ports an exhaust port. That's retarded. You just don't do an exhaust port. That is not modified engine, bro. All right? You're actually losing volume from the cylinder. If you over port an exhaust port and do nothing else to the sleeve, you're losing the volume from your cylinder. All right? Remember that. If you over port your exhaust port and nothing else, there is less volume in your cylinder. You want more volume in your sleeve. You want more. All right? That's more volume is more power, people. All right? Anyways.